In this video we will talk about UI properties ViewMatchers. Let's open Espresso cheat sheet, and this is the section we'll go through today, where the first one is displayed ViewMatcher. As you can guess based on the name, the displayed ViewMatcher matches a view that is currently displayed on the screen. Let's switch to Layout Inspector. And as you can see here, this is our current view displayed on the device. And is displayed means that the view is shown on the screen, and it's also visible in the view hierarchy. For example, we have here more than 10 items, so it's 11 items. And here on the screen, you can see that item 9 is visible, but item 10 is partially visible. And Espresso requires the view to be 85, if I'm not mistaken, or 90% view to be shown on the screen, so it will be treated as visible. So in this case, item 10 will be not visible for Espresso. So therefore we would need to scroll it up a bit to make it visible, and this will work. Okay. One additional note here. If we open isDisplayed and navigate to isDisplayed Matcher, here we will see that we declare the visibility matcher, which matches a view with effective visibility as visible. So let's navigate to it. And for your information, so view can have 3 different states in terms of visibility. So it can be visible, meaning view is present in the hierarchy and is shown to the user. Invisible means that view is present in the hierarchy, but it is not displayed to the user, so just not visible. And gone means that view doesn't exist in view hierarchy, and of course it's not shown to the user. So these are 3 different states. So isDisplayed, of course, should fulfill this criteria, so it should be visible to the user in view hierarchy and shown on the screen. Okay, so this is important. Now going to second one, which is completely displayed. Again, based on the name, you can guess that is completely displayed means that the whole view is shown on the screen. As I mentioned previously, isDisplayed doesn't have this criteria, so if you want to make sure that view is fully visible on the screen, use this is completely displayed ViewMatcher. Okay, going to the next one, and it is enabled. Let's open our statistics section, and here you can see that list of to-dos currently is disabled, so it's grayed out. And let's prove that it is disabled and redo our dump and select list of to-dos and enabled is false, as you can see. So now we switch it on this switch and make the dump again. Now you can see that enabled is true. Yeah, I think it was quite straightforward. And now let's talk about has focus ViewMatcher. Again, based on the name, you can guess that has focus matches the view that has focus. And these are the views that are usually edit text or some custom views that are editable. And in our case here, the title currently is having a focus. So again, let's open the layout inspector, redo our dump, and check that the focused value is true here, right? And if we select this one, the focus is false. So now if we will switch to the second field and redo the layout dump, you can see that the focused value is true and the title focus value is false. So basically the focused means that this field either has a cursor, or if you navigate with the tab, so you can see that now for example, I'm on the title, now I'm clicking the tab button, so it switches to another field, and observe this button will be a bit darker gray color, so meaning that the focus switch there. Okay, so it's focus switch to this button after clicking the tab button. Now if I will redo the layout dump and select this one, you can see that focused is true. So it's not only the cursor, but other fields when we are using the tab button. Then after clicking the tab button, focus switches from one element to another element, and this way you can check if it is focused or not. Okay, going to the next one, and this matcher is clickable, and it's quite straightforward. So if, for example, this button is set as clickable, we just check that the value is true for clickable state, otherwise it's false. It can be that some elements are specifically set as not clickable. In this case, you can use isClickable matcher to check its clickable value. The next one is checked, and to demonstrate it, we need to return back to our item list. And yeah, it's again straightforward. So this checkbox is currently checked, this one is not. Open Layout Inspector, and let's double check that it's true. And as you can see here, the checked value is true. Yeah, so the whole item doesn't have this value because it cannot be checked or unchecked, and this is a property that is specifically related to this checkbox. One more thing to keep in mind, that is checked state also applied to a switch element. So let's select it, and as you can see here, the checked value is false. Now if we will switch it on and again redo the layout dump and select it again, the checked value is true. Yeah, so please don't mess it up with isSelected ViewMatcher, which we'll discuss in a minute. Okay, so is not checked. Yes, that is not checked is the opposite to is checked, so that's it. Is selected. As I just said, is selected is a bit different than is checked. So if you would like to check that the switch is on, use is checked. And let me demonstrate what is selected means. So now this item 1, which we checked already, the whole item is selected. So you see this gray background, so that means that the item has selected attribute set to true. So this way we differentiate the item in the list which is selected from the rest of the items that are not. And again, as in case of is checked, we have also is not selected ViewMatcher, which matches a value with the selected attribute set to false. Okay, and the last one in the list is with effective visibility, which we already touched a bit when we discussed isDisplayed ViewMatcher. So with selected visibility matches a view based on the visibility state. And as we discussed before, the view has 3 states: visible, invisible, and gone. So you can specifically define what state this view should have in terms of visibility to match it, or to check its state. On this note, I will finish about UI properties, ViewMatchers, and see you in the next video.